a god amongst men with a gladiator physique to match, and a fellow Cuban who made his way from a photo model to erotic movie star during the golden age of gay adult entertainment. In this episode, we're finally going to celebrate Bruno, often called the manliest gay porn star of the gay macho period of the 1970s. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. Bruno was born Herman Forteza on the island of Cuba. When he was 10, his family migrated to Miami, Florida. While in high school, Bruno played sports and began lifting weights to improve his physical appearance. He began lifting serious at the age of 21, and he developed an interest and had aspirations to become a professional weightlifter, competing for titles. By the time he was 18, Bruno caught the eye of a photographer. He would pose nude for a photo book under the name Bruno. Bruno would not pose for another set of photos until meeting Lou Thomas and modeling for Jim French for Cult Studios and Thomas for Target Studios. When his images from Cult Studios were set loose into the world, gay men across the country went mad. He was an instant success, delighting men around the country with not only the fantasy he provided, but with the visual proof that men like this existed and they could be gay. The images were featured in Cult Studios' Gallery magazine, a magazine that one day, Bruno recalls in an interview with Mandate magazine, was brought to the gym he frequented. Bruno was so uptight about it, he left the gym and didn't show up for another 2 weeks. When he returned, and no one made a fuss about his nude modeling, he became more confident about it. By the time he was 26, Bruno was making loops for various studios, but predominantly Cult, Target, Falcon, and Bijou. While modeling, Bruno also managed to get a degree in business and worked at the rate department of Eastern Airlines in New Jersey. Bruno continued to model throughout the 70s and into the early 80s. By the mid-1980s, he would make the occasional appearance on film. These would later be collected and issued on VHS as part of the Bullet series. To thousands of gay men, Bruno signified the epitome of masculinity, the ideal sex partner, the man you would love to touch, even if only for a second, if you could be that lucky. Bruno was one of gay erotica's original icons, who along with Al Parker, was credited with launching the gay mustache, or the clone mustache. Bruno disappeared from the gay adult entertainment scene after 1988, but began making an appearance again during the early 2000s under the name Hermes, particularly for a site called Big Muscle Bears. As of November 2020, Bruno is alive and well. You've been watching Demystifying Gay Porn. I'm your host, Ike Grande. Demystifying Gay Porn can be found on every podcast directory as well as YouTube. Demystifying Gay Porn is on X, Facebook, Instagram, Substack, Threads. And if you like what you're watching or listening to and want to be a part of the process, head over to patreon.com/demystifying gay porn, where you can support this podcast and YouTube channel, and I can continue making content like you've just enjoyed. As always, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, and let me know what else you'd like me to cover. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off.